Hi, my name's Geri, and my last name is Ziels, so everybody just calls me Geri Z. And I am your business leader in Tupperware here at Smooth Sailing. And I just wanted to let you know how excited we are to have you join our team. I know when I joined Tupperware many years ago, as a very young teenager actually, it was the best decision that I ever made. Little did I know that many, many years later, I would still be doing Tupperware. And it would be the job that would, and the career that it turned out to be, that supported my family, that paid for my children's education, and that has given me a lifestyle that I know I wouldn't have had I chose another path, another course. So I'm so excited to be bringing Tupperware to you and having you join our Smooth Sailing team. And what we're going to do today is we're going to do our new consultant orientation. It's just a short little class that will kind of give you an overview of your business. And there's lots of training videos available online through Tupperware. And I even have some that I'll be putting together for you as well. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and let's get started. All right, so there we are. Okay. I want to welcome you one more time, and I want you to know that your dreams really can come true in Tupperware. I'm a living, breathing proof of that all the things that I have wanted, I've been able to achieve so many of my goals because of Tupperware and the money that I've been able to make. So I want you to be thinking about, what is your dream? What do you want? What can Tupperware help do for you and your family? Okay, so typically if we were doing this class face-to-face, I'd be asking you what your name is and what team you came from. But the biggest question that I'd like to ask you is, what would an extra $1,000 or more each month mean to you and your family? What could you do with that if it was in your checking account each and every month? And you know, I always tell the girls that what you would do with it one month would probably be very different from what you would do with it if it was in your checking account every single month. So think about that. What could that mean to you and your family? An extra $1,000 every single month. Would it be college education? Would it be something for your children? What would it be? So what we've put together here is a 24-hour checklist to get you started in your business. If you haven't already purchased your kit and got that on order, that's something that you do want to do right away. So get either with myself, your manager, or your recruiter. If you've already purchased your kit and it's entered into the system, then that's terrific, and you can expect it to arrive in about 3 to 5 days. The next thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get your website up and running. And so you're going to be creating a username and a password for your web office. So you're going to go to my.tupperware.com and you're going to click on that you're the setup, and you're going to create that that username and password, and that will go ahead and open up your ability to get into the Tupperware web office on the consultant side. And I'm going to tell you just a little bit more about that as we go forward. The next thing, if you haven't scheduled a grand opening yet, that's what you want to do. And you really want to get that done within the next 7 to 10 days. All of our successful consultants have grand openings. And I want to be really honest with you. If you choose not to schedule a grand opening, you probably won't get your business off to a really great start. In fact, I've seen it where your business never really gets off the ground. That grand opening is so important because it not only trains you, but we date parties. Our goal is to date 4 parties for you, and we date parties to get you started. So that grand opening really, really does play an important part in your success. What we'll be working to do, as I mentioned, is to date 4 parties for you. And I'll have an extra little gift for you if you have at least 1 party dated in the first 2 days after your grand opening party. Excuse me. Now, one of the other things that we want to do, and you're going to hear us talk about, is our wonderful 100 contact list. Now, you might be saying, oh my gosh, Geri, I don't even know 100 people. And you know what? I didn't know 100 people when I first started in Tupperware either. But that will grow as you do parties, as you build your customer base. So we're going to say, let's get started by trying to put together a list of at least 40 people. And we have our organizational calendar. It's merely just a month at a glance. You can draw one up, print one up, or you can get one from us. Okay, so we're going to start with that because that's how we're going to organize your time so that you work your business around your family and your other activities rather than having to work your other activities and your family around your business. Very different. So let's talk about that website. So you're going to go to that my.tupperware.com and you're going to click on sign up. And I'm going to suggest that you choose the $8.95 website. I think that that's just fine when you're getting started, and you get your first month for free if you've never been a consultant before. And once you do that, it's going to ask you for your consultant ID, and that's the one you should have received from your recruiter. Now, if you don't have that, get a hold of me. I can give that to you. And then you're going to want to put in the last 4 digits of your Social Security number. That's your password. And then it wants you to set up that username that I talked about. I suggest that all of my girls and guys use just their name as their username because that also becomes the name of your website. And when you send people to your website to shop, if it's got some sort of an unusual name, they're not sure if they're really at your website or not. So I'm going to suggest that you use your name. And also, typically your name is unique to you. And it won't be somebody else's username as well. And then, of course, whatever password you choose to use. So we've got that. Okay, I talked to you earlier about making $1,000 a month. And so let's take a look at what that would look like. Now, you may have come into this business with just a little bit of time. And so maybe just 1 party a week is all that you can squeeze in. Well, you can still make really good money. The average party nationally is about $500. So we're going to say you do 4 parties a month. That's going to give you $2,000 in sales. Our base commission is 25% of that. So that's going to put $500 in your pocket. And because that $2,000 is over what our $1,200 personal sales volume bonus minimum, okay, $1,200 personal sales volume bonus minimum, you're going to get an extra 5% commission from the company. So that means for just doing 1 party a week, you're going to have $600 more in your income. So let's say you want to kick it up a notch and maybe you've got a little bit more time to spend. So let's do 2 parties a week. Again, that's 8 parties, $4,000. Base income is $1,000. But now you're over our 10% personal sales volume bonus at $3,200. So let me say that again. At $3,200 in a month, that personal sales volume bonus commission goes to 10% rather than 5%. So now that's another $400 in your pocket. Now you can do something real significant with $400 extra every single month. So that's going to give you $1,400 in income. But wait, there's more. Smart consultants come in and they build a team. They bring in 3 or 4 of their friends with them. Maybe it's, their mom or somebody who assumes that position in your life. Maybe it's a good friend. Maybe it's a relative, a sister. Maybe someone you've worked with in another job. In fact, a lot of our consultants actually bring in 2 or 3, 4 people with them when they get started. So it's a lot of fun to get started with a friend. So let's say you've got 3 people and each one of them is holding a party a week. You're doing a couple of parties a week. So we take those 3 people doing a party a week, that's 12 parties, times that $500, that's $6,000 in sales. Now, the company is going to pay you a commission, and it's based on the amount of money that is left over after everybody's made their base commission. So we're going to take 75% of that times 8%, and you're going to get $360 in additional income. Plus, you're making $1,400 doing your 2 parties a week. That's $1,700 a month in income that you can make just by starting a team. I hope that sounds as good to you as it does to me, because that's absolutely fabulous for doing just a couple of parties a week and bringing in some of your friends to get started. So think about that. How would that fit in your family's budget? How does that look in your checking account? And that's not all, because what you also can do in addition to parties is you can do some custom kitchen planning. So that means you can help ladies organize their pantries using our Modular system. And in addition to selling over the internet, you have an opportunity to do fundraising with churches and organizations. You have an opportunity to talk about bridal showers at your Tupperware parties. So if you meet someone who's either going to be that new bride or is connected to a new bride, you can date a bridal shower with them as well. So we have a lot of places that we can go with the Tupperware party, a lot of things that we can do that make it fun and different and keep it exciting for us. So let's move on. We talked about that wonderful 100 list. So I'm going to ask you to start to work on that list, and this I will send out to you in the materials for the class. And here's what I want you to think about as you put the names on the list. Who do you know that needs money? Who do you know that loves Tupperware? And who do you know that maybe sold something in the past and maybe it didn't work out for them, timing, the wrong product, whatever. Somebody who likes to entertain, somebody who likes to be around people, who likes to party, somebody that either wants to quit their existing job or is looking for a job. As you put those names on your list, I want you to put a little star by at least 6 of those names who meet that criteria. And what we'll do is we'll call those people together and we'll talk to them and give them the information about opening up their own business with Tupperware and let them decide what they'd like to do with that. If that's not something that they're interested in, then we'll go ahead and we'll talk to them about hosting a demonstration to help you with your new business. And if not interested in that, we'll talk to them about ordering some products. And if not interested in that, we'll talk to them about who they might recommend. We call that the mountaintop theory. So we start with the career opportunity. We come down, we talk about the party opportunity and earning free products and free gifts. We bring it down to the purchasing opportunity. And if all else is not something they're interested in, all else fails, let's say, we'll talk to them about who they might like to recommend to you. So let's also talk about your first week and what you want to do. You want to get on a training party with someone, whether that's a party with me or whether it's a party with the person that you brought you into the business or your Tupperware manager. I really like you to see you go out on real parties and see real people reacting in a real party situation. I'd also like to see you start collecting some orders. So let's collect at least 5 orders in the next 5 days and get those entered into the system so you can start making some money. And then I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about a kit enhancement order. And you're going to receive your Confident Start program flyer in your kit. When you get that, I want you to circle the things that you want, and I'll be showing that to you in just a few minutes. And then I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our 1-2-1 goals, and that is to recruit at least one person from those 6 stars that you put on your list, to get at least 2 parties dated in the next couple of weeks, and to attend one of our meetings that we have, whether it's our sales rally, doing a webinar that I might be offering, or maybe it's just sitting down or on the phone or eyeball to eyeball and doing a coaching session with your recruiter, your manager, and myself. So those would be the things that I'd like to encourage you to do in this first week of your business. Now, let's talk about the kit enhancement order. This is our brochure that just ended in mid-December, and it was a great one. And every time a brochure comes out, I like to take a look at it and suggest that maybe there's 3 or 4 things that you want to sample and put in your kit. I always like what we call the PWPs. Those are the purchase with purchase. So when they spend X number of dollars, they get to buy something else at a special price. I like what we call the attendance spend. That happens to be this right here, the quick shake containers that we had on when they attended a party. They placed an order. They could buy these 2 at a very special discounted price. And then there's always something in the list, if not 1 or 2 things that I'm super excited about that I want to carry. This time it was the chip and dip bowl, and that comes in your kit, so you didn't have to sample that. But that was a great special, and I thought that was wonderful. So we always come out with several things that we think might be good for you to add to your kit, because people do like to see some of the things that are on special. So take a look at the current brochure. If you don't know what I gave as my recommendations, get in touch with me. I'll be happy to share that with you. And get some of those things on order so you'll have some of the newest products to show at your Tupperware parties. And that's what we call a kit enhancement order. Now, this is the Confident Start program, and this begins, as I have on my slide, when you start Tupperware and you place your first order, that starts your Confident Start program, and it will run for 13 weeks. If for any reason you haven't placed an order in your first 30 days, after you've had your account open for 30 days, it will start. So let's just take a quick look at it. We receive the money back for doing $500, 1 average party. And then when you do just 2 average parties, $1,000 in sales in your first 60 days of business, this is where Tupperware is going to make that second payment on your kit, so that your only investment is the $35 plus tax. Over here, when you hold just 3 Tupperware parties or $1,500 in sales, you can get this wonderful new host special that's being featured in our catalog. Then the other categories that you see here are our top selling items. These are the ones that we demonstrate the most at our parties. They're the most demonstratable products. And these are things that you definitely want to, down the road, add to your kit. So take a look at which of these products in the Confident Start program you're going to go after and which ones you're going to select. This, of course, is your kit bag, and this is big enough to put a small child in, so it's a great one, your tablecloth and your name badge. Over here at 15 parties in 3 weeks, just a hair over one party a week again, you can actually qualify, add to your collection, either the iPad Air or the iPad Mini, or you can select our $1,100 set of cookware. So there's lots of reasons to get your business off to a great start right in the very, very beginning, because I know you're going to want to collect something from each of these categories. So be sure to get that out when it comes in your kit and circle the things that you want to qualify for. Now, let's talk about something that will happen to you as a new consultant, but also will happen to you when you bring new people into the business. So here's the deal. Let's look at those 6 stars and remember that when you started in the business, you got a Say Yes offer. Each month we have a new Say Yes offer. This month in January it happens to be 3 of our universal knives. And when you sell $500 in the same month that you opened your account, you're going to get to add additional knives to your set. When you bring someone into the business, whatever that offer is for that month, they will get that, but so will you. So whatever the offer is, you're going to get to participate. When they do $500 in the same month that they opened up their account, they're going to get this, and you get to participate as well. So think about this. Who's on that list? Who do you know that we talked about earlier? Who can you bring to Sales Rally with you? Who would you like me to talk with about, joining you in the business? We call that a practice interview, and I can do it with you, and you can listen to me and hear what I say, and you can be a part of the whole situation. So this is where the party can take you. These are the things and the rewards, just some of the rewards that you receive when you help someone new get started in Tupperware. So let's talk about some of the things that I do that are challenges. First of all, attending this class is you're going to receive a bag from me that's perfect for putting products in, or party prizes, or catalogs, or order forms, or whatever you would like to put in that bag. So this is a wonderful bag. I've got a picture of it right here. I also have a small red zippered bag that I'll be using for a short period of time, and once they're gone, they're gone. So I wanted to show you the larger bag that I have here. When you do bring in that first new consultant in your first 30 days, you're going to get a clipboard and a pen from me. This is great for taking to your parties, writing up your orders to events, things like that. And then there'll be another tote bag that you'll receive when you bring in your second person. So you're on your way to starting your team. When you promote to manager, step up to that level in the company, you're going to get a couple of bracelets, one from me, the Italian charm bracelet, one from Tupperware, the Alex and Annie bracelet. And I'm going to also give you a new date book, one we call the team date book, and I'll tell you what you do with that after you become a consultant. And you also get a new charm for that bracelet, a double heart charm, if you promote a manager from your team. Another thing that I'm doing in 2016 is that when you sell $2,000 in a month, you're going to get a name badge from me. And then each month that you do that afterwards, you're going to get a little attachment for your name badge. They call it a swinger. And it's going to have the month on it and actually what you sold. This is a great conversation starter at your parties, because people are going to look at that and they're going to say, wow, look at her, look at how successful she is. So these are just some of the challenges that I have for you. We talked about that 1-2-1 goal. And just keep thinking about that. Recruiting one person to start your team, holding 2 parties in the next 2 weeks, and be sure to attend our next sales rally so you can pick up your bag there. If you don't live in our area, we'll make arrangements to get it to you. And also, I do live stream, so you'll need to live stream with me all of my sales rallies, so you can just tune in via the internet if you don't live in our area and you can't attend. A couple of things to remember that I think are really important is that we close our sales month on the last Friday of the month. So let me give you an example. If Friday, the end of the month, is Friday the 26th, whatever that month might happen to be, but the month actually has 30 days in it, We will close on the 26th if that's the last Friday of the month. Then the 27th begins our new month. So just know that we always close our month on the last Friday of each month. When you sell $500 in a month and you're paying that $8.95 for that website, you're going to get what we call an internet bonus. And what that is that's people go to Tupperware.com and they purchase products and they don't have a consultant. So Tupperware takes all of the sales from the Tupperware.com, they figure the commission, and they divide that among all of the consultants that sold $500 or more and that are paying for an active website. Now, it's not a lot of money. It's usually about $12 to $15. But you know what? That's enough to pay for that website. The other thing that I wanted to make sure that you remember is that when you sell $1,200 in a month, you're going to receive an additional 5% commission bonus from the company. And when you do $3,200, you're going to receive 10%. Now, you can step into that manager position and be making that extra commission when you have 3 people on your team, you have no less than $500 in personal sales, and no less than $2,000 in group sales, you and your team. And what the company will then do is they will pay you royalties or commissions on your team. The other thing is that sometimes we have what we call a President's Challenge. And this will be important to you as you are a brand new consultant in your first 13 weeks. When we have a President's Challenge, you will be able to participate in both that challenge and your Confident Start program. Traditionally, while you're in the Confident Start program, and there are other challenges for those of us that have been in the business longer than 13 weeks, you don't participate in those challenges. You only participate in the Confident Start. Once you complete your 13 weeks, or you've completed the 15 party level, you've gone all the way to the top and got your cookware or your iPad, and you're done with Confident Start, then you play in what I like to call the established consultants programs. And so, but when there's a President's Challenge and we say, oh, this is a President's Challenge, everybody participates. Even Confident Start, you'll know what that means, okay? One more thing that you might like to do, and I think this is really important, there's a service out there called Tupperware Trends. And this is an electronic newsletter, and it comes out once a month when we release the new brochure. It's all the specials in it. It's got recipes in it. It's got the host gift specials in it. It's got all these things that keep your customers up to date on what's going on. And you can customize it with your picture and a personal message if you want to, although I use the one that they provide because I always forget to update my message. And it links directly to your website for purchases. So what that means to you is that they will send it out automatically. You'll provide them with your email addresses out of your address book. They'll send it out to your customers, and those customers can click on any one of those products that they're interested in, and they can go shop. And when they shop, they're shopping in your website. You get 3 reports that tells you who clicked on what page. It gives you even a script to tell you what to say if you're calling back on those people. And it's $5.95 a month. Now, the first 2 months are free. So I'm going to suggest that before you enroll at the twtrends.com, that you really work on your address book and get those names together. Start with a good number. Don't start with just 10 or 20 names. You want to get a good number together so that when you start up with your Tupperware Trends, it's going out to a lot of people. But I do it. It's a great thing. We all do it. And remember that internet bonus that you get for selling $500? That will cover enough. That's enough to cover your $5.95 typically and your website. They don't actually pay for it to Tupperware Trends. They send you the check. Okay? A couple things that we have coming up. We have a national convention coming up this summer. It is in Orlando. It is August 4th through 6th, 2016. And you can qualify to go and you can register, and it can be made in 3 easy payments. Be sure to go to the consultant website and take a look under events at some of the videos or on Tupperware Live at some of the videos from Jubilee. It is the biggest Tupperware party in the world. And I'll tell you what, it's not to be missed. So make plans right now, get your family organized, get the time worked out of your date book, get it marked out, and get with me and let's get you registered and get you signed up for going to Jubilee. You do have to qualify, and that is $13.50 and have one new consultant recruited while you're in the Confidence Start program. Okay. And then something that I just want you to make sure that you know is that dreams do come true when you follow that 3-2-1 success plan, and that when you talk to 3 or more people each day, and remember I talked about that mountaintop theory, starting with the consultant opportunity, coming down to the party, the order, and then the referral. And strive to hold a couple of parties each week and look for people to join your team, because building a team really does put additional income into your family's checking account. And remember that the success, or the elevator to success, is out of order. Therefore, we need to take the stairs one step at a time. And that's really what we want to do with you in your Tupperware business, is help you take the stairs and help you take your steps in Tupperware one at a time. And so I want you to know that you're in business for yourself, but you're not in business by yourself, and that we are here to help you. So I've got a little 24-hour challenge for you. The first one is I want you to read that little black book and tell me, or post to the team Facebook page, or tag your recruiter, the 2 things that you thought were really valuable to you after reading that. It's not a long read, it's a short read. Fill your next 4 available dates at parties and talk to your first star about joining your team and add your parties to our team calendar. So if you need some help talking to that person, remember that I'm available, or so is your manager. And adding your parties to the team calendar can either be done at Rally, and it needs to be done online. So when you first sign into my sales, you will see a series of blocks in the very front, and it has week dates on it. And you'll just plug in your numbers that you have. I have 1 party this week, I have 2 parties next week, I have 1 party that week, and I don't have any in that 4th week. And then hit update, and that will update your party schedule for me to see, for Tupperware to see, manufacturing to see. So everybody really works with those numbers. And then lastly, this is my contact information. So please be sure to write that down and put it in your date book, as well as my email address. And I want to thank you for joining me tonight, or today, whatever time it is. And I'm looking forward to working with you, looking forward to seeing you at Rally. And remember that I'm as close as your telephone.